Hey there, and welcome. So, you've got an entrepreneurship exam coming up? Perfect. You've come to the right place. We are going to break down all the essentials you absolutely need to know. Think of this as your personal study guide, your secret weapon to help you ace that test.
Okay, so what's on the agenda? First, we're gonna nail down the core definitions. Then we'll walk through the whole journey, from that first spark of an idea to a real business. After that, we'll get into the big theories, look at the forces that make or break an entrepreneur, and wrap it all up by seeing the massive impact they have on, well, everyone. All right, first things first. We have to build a solid foundation, right? So this first part is all about the what and the who of entrepreneurship. If you can really get these core ideas down, everything else we talk about today is going to make so much more sense. So what is entrepreneurship, really? Here's the key thing to remember for your exam. It is not just about having a great idea. It's the process. It's the active journey of taking that idea and making it real. That means innovation, taking some smart risks, and always aiming to create value.
And if entrepreneurship is the journey, then this right here, this is the engine, the entrepreneurial mindset. It's basically the way you think, your mental toolkit. It's all about bouncing back when things go wrong, and they will. Being able to pivot when you need to, and looking at a challenge and seeing an opportunity instead of a dead end.
Okay, so how do these two things fit together? This is a really important distinction. Think of it like this. The mindset, that's your computer's operating system, and entrepreneurship, the action part, that's the software you're trying to run. You just can't run the program successfully without a solid operating system underneath it all. The mindset is the foundation for everything.
Okay, pay attention here because this slide is pure gold for your exam. If you get a question about the traits of a successful entrepreneur, this is your list. Now, some of these are no-brainers, right? Vision, taking risks. But look at things like adaptability, that ability to change course, and high ethics. Those are the ones that really separate the legends from the one-hit wonders.
Okay, so we've got the mindset down, but how does a simple idea transform into an actual living, breathing business? Well, there's a process for that. Let's map out that journey, step by step, from that initial spark all the way to a business that's built to last.
And boom, here it is, the 6 stages of the entrepreneurial process. It all kicks off with discovery. That's your aha moment. Then you've got to plan it out, create that business plan. Step 3 is all about getting your resources together, money, people, tech. Then comes the big one, execution, the launch. And it doesn't stop there. You got to focus on growth and then sustainability to make sure your creation has a long, healthy life.
Okay, we've covered the what and the how. Now let's get a little more academic, which is super important for scoring high on your exam. We're going to dive into the big theories, the frameworks that explain the why behind it all. Why does entrepreneurship even happen?
This chart is fantastic because it shows there isn't just one answer. You can look at it through different lenses. You've got the economic lens, think Schumpeter, where entrepreneurs are these creative destroyers, shaking things up. Then there's the psychological lens, which says it's all about an internal drive, a deep need to achieve something. The sociological angle focuses on who you know. Your network is your net worth, right? And finally, the institutional view says, hey, you need the right environment, like supportive government policies, for entrepreneurs to really thrive.
Right, so no entrepreneur is an island. You just don't build a business in a vacuum. There's this whole ecosystem of factors that can either supercharge your success or, completely derail you. So let's break down those external and internal forces.
First up, the big one, economic factors. You got to think of the economy as the soil you're planting your idea in. Is there money available for funding? Is there a market that actually wants what you're selling? Is the infrastructure, like internet and transport, any good? If all those things are in place, it's like adding rocket fuel to your venture.
But it's not all about the cash. The society and culture you're in, that plays a huge role. We're talking about things like whether your family has your back, if you have access to good education and a strong network to lean on. And here's a really big one. Does your culture see failure as the end of the world or as a stepping stone? A place that embraces failure as a learning experience is going to produce way more entrepreneurs. And rounding out our external forces, we have the political and legal stuff. This is so important. You need a government that's on your side. That means things like tax breaks, simple rules for starting a business, and laws that protect your great ideas. Basically, if the system is stable, fair, and not corrupt, people will feel safe enough to take big risks and innovate. Okay, so we've got the person, the mindset, and the journey. But so what? Why does any of this matter to the rest of us? Well, let's zoom out and look at the big picture. This is about the incredible, game-changing impact entrepreneurs have on absolutely everyone.
So, a key idea you absolutely have to know is creative destruction. It sounds kind of intense, right? It's a term from the economist Joseph Schumpeter. All it means is that entrepreneurs come in with a new, better way of doing things that completely shakes up an old industry. The classic example, think about what apps like Uber did to the traditional taxi business. That's creative destruction in action. The old way becomes obsolete and a whole new kind of value is born.
And that innovation comes in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes it's a revolutionary product that changes how we live. Hello, iPhone. Sometimes it's a huge leap in technology, like what Tesla did for electric cars. And sometimes it's about perfecting a process, like Amazon's mind-blowing logistics. The point is, these innovators don't just create a business, they literally change the world we live in. And of course, maybe the most obvious impact is jobs. Lots and lots of jobs. You've got the direct jobs, the people the entrepreneur hires to work in their new company. But then there's this huge ripple effect. Think about all the indirect jobs created for suppliers, delivery drivers, marketers. It just spreads out through the whole economy. So you can really think of entrepreneurs as catalysts for economic growth. They're like an accelerant. They make everything more productive. They invent whole new markets that didn't exist before. They sell cool new stuff to other countries. And they pull in investment money from all over the world. And you know what? This impact is about so much more than just money. By creating all those jobs, entrepreneurs help reduce poverty. By inventing new services, they make our lives better, our standard of living goes up. You even have social entrepreneurs who focus specifically on solving social problems. It all leads to a stronger, more stable society for everyone.
All right, that's a wrap on our study session. We've gone through the whole blueprint, what an entrepreneur is, how they do it, the theories behind it, and the massive impact they have. So I'll leave you with this question. Now that you've seen the blueprint, what problem out there gets you fired up? What are you inspired to go out and solve? Think about that. And hey, good luck on your exam. You're going to crush it.